We have Colombia set to face off against Uruguay and Argentina set to face off against Canada. Let's start with Argentina. Argentina facing off against the Canadian side that we just mentioned is the only CONCACAF representative after they defeated Venezuela in penalties, and Argentina, who had to go to penalties as well to get through to this stage. Who do you guys have winning, Argentina or Canada in the semifinal match? Is Canada good enough? Are they in good enough form? Are they confident enough? And is Jesse Marsch genius enough of a coach to get a victory over Argentina, bro?
Look, I'm going to be rooting for Canada. Do not get me wrong. And the thing is, I think they will play better than they did in the opener against Argentina that started this whole tournament. Their offense is so creative. Their pace is electric. But you have to consider the weak points of Canada. They still cannot finish. And I don't think that's going to get fixed against Argentina's elite defense. And Canada's very mistake prone at the back. Very mistake prone. They're kind of like Panama, just not as bad. There are moments when the center backs just have lapses in concentration and either lose a runner or they commit too many guys to one side. And then that's when really good teams expose Canada's defense. I think the same things are going to happen here against Argentina. And you look at Argentina themselves, well, they're still probably the best team in the international scene. And even though they haven't had a brilliant tournament, they've still pretty much dominated every single game. So you consider all of those factors, Argentina should be able to beat Canada.
That's where I'm at, too.
Yeah.
I think they should. I think if Canada pulls off this victory, it's going to be one of the greatest CONCACAF victories of all time. I think that's what's at stake right now for Canada. They have the chance of pulling off something truly incredible. They're one game away from a final, bro. One game away.
That is crazy.
And they showed that they could put up a good match against Argentina, especially with that first game that we saw for the entire Copa America where they faced off against them already.
Yeah.
That first half was really impressive from Canada. They kept it 0-0, and they had chances, bro. But you're right. I don't know if I can trust that finishing. I know that the Argentine defense is incredibly, incredibly good. I think there's a little bit of a chance, though. I really do, because it's 90 minutes. There's no extra time. Yeah. I think there's a chance for Canada to do something special. Mm-hmm. My pick is still going to go Argentina. But, man, like I mentioned, if Canada does it, like I almost am with you. I want to see it happen because the story, the scenes would be ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous if Canada actually makes it to the final. Yeah. But we're talking about Messi here.
We're talking about
Messi. And I wonder if the Americas would allow Canada getting into a final over Argentina.
That would be,
after the corruption we've seen with refereeing, I wonder if they'll let Canada even get there, bro.
And it's cool, too, because it's the most southern country in the Americas against the most northern country in the Americas. It's crazy that's the semifinal.
True, bro.
What is even crazy about Canada's run, though, and I forgot to give them props when they beat Venezuela, is every single game for Canada is a clear road game. Every single one. Like
they're not showing up.
Like the Canadians, unfortunately, I guess, I don't know, maybe they just can't get in the States or something, but there's just no fan base for Canada. There's zero fan base. I see maybe 10 Canadians every time, and the rest is 70,000 of their opponent. So it is crazy what Canada have to go through experience-wise in every single match at this Copa.
Yeah, and they're going to have to do it at the MetLife Stadium where we saw Argentines just completely show out in numbers.
Oh, my God.
So it's looking tough. It's looking tough. But let's believe, bro. Believe in your boy Schaffelberg.
I'm going to, bro.
You have to.
I'm going to be screaming it every time he touches the ball.
Let's see what happens, man. Let's have it 0-0 at halftime. Yeah. And then from there, let's see what happens. Chat has Argentina at 70%, Canada at 30%. I agree with you guys. I'm going to leave it right there. Let's move on to the next game, which is going to be a banger. It is going to be a banger. On Wednesday, we have Brazil. My fault. Hey. Got a little excited there. Uruguay going up against Colombia. This is a banger. This is a masterpiece of a matchup with both teams finally meeting up. Both of these teams have been picked as dark horses, potential contenders of this tournament, and we're actually getting that matchup because they lived up to it. That's what I love about it. Colombia has balled out their entire way to the semifinal, and Uruguay as well was able to take down Brazil, was able to take down USA, Panama, Bolivia. Their entire path has been so good too. They both lived up to their expectations. Now it's about who wants to get to a final. This one's going to be fun, bro.
This is going to be so fun. Beetle says Colombia's cooking. And they really are. But my argument is Uruguay's cooking as well. They're just doing it in a different manner. They're doing it the Bielsa way. I really love to somehow figure out a way to get the stat of how many times does Uruguay retrieve the ball, because their ball retrieval in the midfield is so good. And that's why I'm excited about this game, because I don't think Colombia have faced a team like Uruguay yet. Truly. Uruguay have such a good mentality in the midfield, and I do think they're going to really frustrate Colombia. Now, my question is, how does Colombia respond to a defense like this? I don't know, because I haven't seen it. This is going to be a banger of a match, because I think we're going to get a lot of questions answered.
Oh, yeah.
How good are Uruguay really? And then, is Colombia really the offensive juggernaut that they look to be? So many questions are going to be answered. This is going to be an absolute classic of a game. Now, if I had to pick one, this is where it gets crazy.
It's part of your job description.
I actually think Uruguay are going to pull it off.
Epa.
Maybe on penalties. I think another very, very tight match. If it goes to pens, I'll go Uruguay.
All right, bet. No, I'm cool with that. I am, because I think it really is that even between both sides. I think these are the arguments for Colombia. They're on fire right now. Their football is a lot more fresh, much more easy on the eyes. They're kind of like Spain right now, the way Spain is dominating the Euros.
Yeah.
They're playing prettier, more pure style of football, which I think at the end should win. But Uruguay does play a very rugged game, as I see described in the chat. Very rugged, and they make it very tight and very difficult to break them. There is going to be no Araujo, which I think is a big factor in terms of their back line, because in comes Chema Jimenez, and you know Chema. You know him pretty well.
I know him very well.
At Atleti, you know he's a little capable of more mistakes than I would say Araujo.
Yeah, he's not as good.
And you need your defenders to be 100% for Uruguay. And I think against this Colombia team, it's going to be the toughest test that Uruguay faces off against. So I think I'm going to go Colombia. I think they're going to make history here, winning 28 games in a row and going to the Copa America final. And then just also looking at like the fan perspective, I think more Colombians will show out. I think the atmosphere will be in Colombia's favor, which will be major for this matchup. And just in general, I think they're playing prettier football. I think they're capable of playing and matching up to the offensive level that Uruguay plays at, as well as defensively, because I don't want to underestimate Colombia's defense either. It's been incredible this tournament too. They just haven't faced as much of a test, in my opinion. So I'm going Colombia. Chas got Colombia at 68%. Uruguay at 32%. Luis Melo says, I'm putting my entire life savings on Colombia winning the entire World Copa America. Bro, chill. Relax, my friend. Relax, dude.
The narrative of Colombia winning it all, though, is what I want in life. I want that to happen. I just think Uruguay's defense has really showed out these last two matches. I'm including the USA game as well, because realistically, the USA had to match up physically, and they did. Uruguay shut them out. Brazil had to match up physically, and Uruguay shut them out. I think Uruguay have a knack of doing that. Colombia is going to be their toughest test, but I think Uruguay will be able to match up to them defensively.
Is this the most excited? I mean, I'm thinking about it. I think Spain, Germany was one of the most exciting games for me going into it.
Yeah.
This has to be like up there in the top 3 for the best games that we were going to see at this tournament so far.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I'm so excited, because the winner, I think, will have a very, very good chance to actually dethrone Argentina. Damn. I truly believe that. You know, at the Euros, a lot of people saying, there's some teams that didn't deserve to be in the semifinals. Yeah. I truly think Uruguay and Colombia are playing the best football in the Americas outside of number 1 Argentina.
No, I completely agree. Those are our semifinal predictions. So now, how I want to leave the show off is, give me your winner. Who do you have winning the tournament as of this moment, now that we know the 4 semifinalists? Tell me why you think it's Canada, and give me the reasons, folks. Give me the reasons. Is it Jacob Schaffelberg? Is it Nathan Aimason, who says, I'm just happy that football is finally getting noticed in Canada? Rodrigo says Colombia. Adrian says Colombia. Javier says Uruguay. Maria del Mar Sanin, what a name, says Colombia. Rodrigo Rivera says, Reynoso, why are you picking Colombia now? Boom Chicken says Colombia. Argentina is winning it all. Crazy how much. Yeah, it's crazy to me, though, how many shots I'm seeing for teams not named Argentina. Not that they're wrong for that, but where we've come in this tournament, bro. Because before the tournament, everyone was picking Argentina, including us, dude. Yeah, everyone.
I think form speaks volumes. Yeah, man. Truly. I mean, we already said it. Colombia and Uruguay are playing the better football, and Colombia have the best football on the eyes, but I just think Argentina have something that Colombia and Uruguay don't right now, and that's experience at the highest level, right? Actually getting to a World Cup final, feeling that pressure and overcoming it. Argentina can unlock that type of experience in a final.
That's what I like, though, is that now, maybe before a tournament, it might have not seemed like Argentina would have gotten a real challenge. But now they're gonna have to like really work for this tournament.
Yeah,
like,
that is
it
fun.
adds more merit to the trophy, I think, because Colombia and Uruguay have been playing so well. Now we'll know if they have to face off against one of those teams in the final, like they'll have to earn it, bro. And I think that's a really cool like narrative that's happened so far with how well these teams have been playing. Trainer AQ says, I'm biased towards Colombia. Argentina are not playing at 2022 level. I agree with that. Canada looks pretty good, but Uruguay is tough in the real final. Colombia can do it. I love seeing the Colombians. I love seeing the Colombians, the belief they have. But then there's people like Adrian B who says Colombia's ego is so high. There you go.
It is.
They're feeling themselves.
But it should be high. It should be really high.
It should be high. They haven't lost, bro.
Yeah.
They haven't lost. Anthony V says, I'm going to be there for the Argentina versus Canada match. It's about to be straight fire.
Ooh.
I see Colombia and Uruguay fighting till the very last second. That match is actually going to be at the Bank of America Stadium. Where's that stadium at?
Bank of America?
Bank of America Stadium.
I actually don't know.
It's not telling me where. Chat, let me know. Where's the Bank of America Stadium? And don't look it up. I want to see who knows.
Oh, it's in Charlotte.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Yeah, they were saying that on the broadcast.
Yeah.
Damn it, that would have been fun. That would have been fun. Trainer gave us the answer. Thank you, my friend. Nick Bui says Argentina is going to win and the haters will cry rigged. It's crazy, but that's true. That's true, bro. That's true. No matter how Argentina wins it, that's always going to happen.
I just wish Argentina, just had a tougher group. That's it. And I'm not saying that's rigged. I'm just saying I wish they had a tougher group. That's it.